Media, good afternoon. I will be reading the press statement of our Director, Police Chief Superintendent Edwin Jose Gina Menzo. The Philippine National Police Information Technology Management Service was established to provide the highest quality service, responsive to, and meeting the information needs and computerization requirements of both operational units and the various administrative units in the PNP. Just as our mothers told us to never talk to strangers, the same advice holds true for the virtual world. You may know to be wary of giving strangers your bank account details, but can you be so sure that the website you are logging into is that of your bank and not a forgery created by cybercriminals? Cybercriminals use many different methods to lure you into parting with your confidential personal or business information. The security online is not only the responsibility of our Chief Information Security Officer, but the people within our organization, like in the premise of our own family or our home, the members in our own family. Computer security threats are relentlessly inventive, masters of disguise and manipulation. These threats constantly evolve to find new ways to annoy, steal, and harm us. Arm yourself with information and resources to safeguard against complex and growing computer security threats and stay safe online. Some of the common security threats right now are ransomware, phishing, vishing, smishing, adware. Ransomware is a type of malicious software which can disable the use of your computer or your files. It prevents you from using your computer or accessing certain files unless you pay a ransom, which makes the ransomware attacks a form of cyber extortion. It often encrypts files so that they cannot be opened. Examples of which ransomware includes Reventon, CryptoLocker, WannaCry, and CryptoWall. Phishing is similar to fishing in a lake, but instead of trying to capture a fish, fishers attempt to steal your personal information. They send out emails that appear to come from legitimate websites, which states that your information needs to be updated or validated and asks that you enter your username and password. And after clicking this link, some mails will ask you that you enter even more information, such as your full name, address, phone numbers, security numbers, and credit card numbers. However, if you visit the false website and just enter your username and password, the phisher may be able to gain access to more information by just logging into your account. The next one is vishing. Vishing is a telephone equivalent of phishing. It is described as the act of using the telephone in an attempt to scam the user into surrendering private information that will be used for identity theft. Smishing. Just like phishing, smishing uses cell phone text messages to lure consumers in. Often, the text will contain a web address or phone number. The phone number often has an automated voice response team. And again, just like phishing, the smishing message usually asks for your immediate attention. Adware. Adware is a free software that is supported by advertisements. Common adware programs are toolbars that sit on your desktop or work in conjunction with your web browser. They include features like advanced searching of the web, bookmarks, and shortcuts. Most adware is safe to use, but some can serve as spyware, gathering information about you from your hard drive, the websites you visit, or your keystrokes. Spyware programs can then send the information over the internet to another computer. Security breaches does not happen overnight. In the case of bank robbery in Bangladesh, it started in May 2015, after 3 bank accounts were opened here in the Philippines, which were idle until February 2016. Almost a year after, $81 million fund from Bangladesh bank account with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York was stolen by hackers and coursed through the Philippines. In the PNP, the ITMS, through the Web Services and Cybersecurity Division, have identified and responded proactively to mitigate and ensure the readiness of our security tools to address the current security threats through several measures. We maintain security bulletins in the PNP and ITMS websites and periodically disseminating this and other security awareness materials to the different PNP units and offices nationwide. We also conduct awareness campaign through discussions during police information and continuing education. We also design and publish flyers, leaflets, posters for distribution to PNP offices and units, schools, and other establishments. Lastly, I would like to share the story of Anna, a 10-year-old kid who was busy fixing her room at the second floor of their house. She usually writes her daily activities on post-it notes and sticks it on her wall. She always does this every day and night, and she never fails to update these activities on her wall. Along with this, she also ensures that she remembers her most unforgettable moments of her life by also posting her selfie pictures, those of her family and friends, and even her itineraries from her previous vacations activities were posted in the wall. Actually, she had already filled the wall from the first floor of the stairs, going to her room, post-it notes and pictures for the last 3 years when she learned how to write and take pictures. With excitement, this activity started, of course, from her mom, until she finally knew how to do it by herself. Any house visitor, whether unwanted or not, because they always fail to lock the front door, and upon scanning the walls of their house, will get to know all her and her family's previous activities. Will get to know of all her and family previous activities up to the present time. In short, she is not safe and is prone to possible attacks. Let us all be aware of our security, not only for our physical presence, but also in cyberspace, especially in the social media. Physically, let us always keep the doors of our houses locked to prevent unwanted visitors or intrusions. Let us not post classified information on the wall of our rooms. In like manner, for a cyber presence, let us use antivirus, malware software. Choose strong passwords, use firewall and secure connections, among others. Please remember that everything that we do online leaves a digital footprint even if we delete this. The digital footprint can be exploited by these security threats and even hackers. It might not be now, but maybe in the future. Let us stay online. Flash on our screen right now is our contact details. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Infographics regarding the one that I've mentioned a while ago and other frontline services of the Philippine National Police are available in our PNP iService, a mobile application released by ITMS sometime in October 2016. Thank you and good afternoon.
Any questions?
I am now ready to answer questions. I also have one resource person with me, the chief of our web services division of the ITMS, sir.
How do you identify if the website that you have entered into is really a legitimate website? For example, the one that you've shown a while ago is the Facebook page. We have seen a lot of those things asking us to update our information, and we readily give our information up to the password because we want it updated and we want it secured. So what are the signs that this website is not a legitimate website of, for example, Facebook or any other sites that we're visiting?
It's very simple. You just need to go to the URL. If you go to your internet browser, you can see the box there, up there, so that you can put in the www.facebook.com. Sometimes, if you just search it, and there's a search engine that provides you all the links, if you click that, sometimes that link goes to the illegitimate website. So it's better that you use the URL, the box up there, which you can actually put in or write in the URL or the website address, like facebook.com. The one that I've shown you a while ago is a illegitimate because it's facelook.com. So if you just clicked it and give that information, right away the hackers can be able to get the information that they want. But it's necessary that you don't just trust these websites and just go to URL and write it yourself.
For example, you have already installed those apps in your phone. Kasi automatic na siya, mabilis. You don't have to go to the search engine anymore. You don't have to write www.facebook.com all the time. Kasi it eats up your time in doing so. Pag ganito ba, safe? If you've already installed the app on your phone and you just visit it often, every so often.
It's very easy. You just need to go back to that URL. If it's really there already, it's already installed and you just clicked it, next time around, di ba, you will be able to see the URL up there. You can still check whether you have a legitimate website address or not.
Ko if you, wala na URL Kasi for example, my apps are already in my phone. Automatic na yun. If I open it, wala na URL. It goes directly to the site, to the homepage, or to my homepage. Ngayon, minsan dun may lumalabas na pag-update. Paano yun?
To answer your question regarding that, no, when you're installing applications or mobile apps, one way of making sure that it comes from a legitimate source, meaning you have to know the company really, the website address of the company, and the official site in the mobile apps download page. So don't get that application in other app sites. You should know the legitimate app site of that application. So you will have no problems worrying whether this app is legitimate or not in mobile apps. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. When it comes to rebasing government websites, you're tasked to, to protect the website of PNP. So, na-victimize na ba yung website ng PNP? And gaano, kasi nadideface nila, di ba, the entire website, gaano kalalim yung pagpasok nila doon sa database? Pasok ba sila doon? Kaya ng hackers yun? And dapat protected talaga siya. How come napapasok yun? Nadideface?
Okay. With regards to protecting the PNP website, we have measures wherein in order to protect them, but please remember that there is no such thing as 100% security, and it is a cat and mouse type of security wherein there are certain vulnerabilities which we call them zero-day vulnerability. Meaning, during that time, there is no security patch for that vulnerability. So, as long as that zero vulnerability is still active, chances are these hackers will be able to compromise that security. So, what we did for now, we are constantly monitoring for suspicious hacking activity, especially the website of the PNP. It is a targeted website. So it has political implications. So we at the ITMS, we are very watchful when it comes to, we are visiting a number of attacks. Really, we are being probed continuously 24 hours a day. So it's like we always deter. So the objective is being always alert and always deter the attacks because they keep on coming.
Sir, sabi niyo, parang legal statement siya, or pinapahila, in short, ang government, mga hackers, na kaya namin pasukin yan, no matter how protected na sinasabi ninyo. Pero hanggang saan yung pagpasok nila? Like, pasok ba sila sa database, sa mga importante or mga delicate na mga informations,
when it
mga top secret informations, hanggang saan na naaabot lang yun? So, or meron kayong parang, barrier, kumbaga, meron pang level of security?
We have levels of security, and we treat every level of security as critical. But in case of public-facing websites, we separate our critical web applications wherein they are not supposed to be accessed by the public. And we have instituted measures wherein we try to isolate as much as possible, so the chances is the hacker will have a difficult time. We cannot stop a determined hacker from doing it. especially if he's very determined. But what we can do is make it harder for him to do it, so that in the process he will lose that motivation. So that is we are deterring it, no? Make him lose that motivation to hack the PNP infrastructure by making it harder for them to hack us.
Sir, may time ba na napasok nila yung police database? Halimbawa sa police clearances, or say sa database ng LEO?
So far,
Wala pa.
wala pa naman. And banking on the statement a while ago, we have been imposing a lot of capacity building activities of our own personnel. If you really wanted to know exactly how the hackers do it, you need to be a hacker too, but ethically. That's why we have been capacitated, we have been building our pool of ethical hackers so that we'll be able to check the vulnerability of our systems and networks and databases.
One question, sabi niyo, kahit i-delete mo yung information sa cellphone or computers,
It will leave a digital footprint.
so in short, pwedeng
In short,
ma-retrieve.
it can be exploited anytime, not maybe now, but in the future.
Pero say I have parang yung password ko sa bangko, sinulat ko sa cellphone, pero binura ko din later on. So, pwedeng makuha pa yun. So, what's that? Text message?
Everything that you put digitally
Picture.
can be retrieved. There are special software that can do that. Especially if you have your cell phones full pack of pictures, informations of important people, numbers, etc., business transactions, and the cell phone was breached over time or nasira siya, and you go to somewhere, place that you can ask for help, technical support, then, if you leave that, they might, I'm not saying that they will, they might get information from your cell phone because there are available softwares already. You can just download it. You can open the YouTube. You can actually see how to do it. So everything is already there, and that's the reason why hackers are coming in and out just to exploit people.
When I changed my MacBook laptop before, meron kasi doon parang security procedure na buburahin mo siya lahat, pero parang thrice mo siyang gagawin. I forgot the term, pero parang binura mo na siya, and again, parang tatlong layer ng pagbura.
that's-
So, you only need a safe.
That's a secure empty trash. Secure empty trash. Actually, there are different kinds of software, even available in the net, that you can actually have a 7-pass of your deletion. And for now, it's already available and medyo okay naman po.
How are you being tapped to help in the monitoring of Facebook's House of Marketing?
For now, as part of our job as police in the ITMS, as we all know, we don't go out and look for criminals. We just, it's ACG that does that, and at the same time, our people in the ground, the police station people. As in the ITMS, we have cyber policing. So we check 24/7, 365 of all breaches that comes in the government website, especially the National Police. And it's very hard to give you some information because this is highly confidential. But we've been helping the National Police for checking.
PNP lang sa inyo, or do you also monitor other government websites?
As we all know, we have anti-cybercrime group, and the difference between these two national support unit is that the internal security of the National Police goes to us, and the threats outside, and monitoring those, and actually receiving all the complaints from our people na nagkaroon ng cybercrime issues. Si ACG ang entertain.
Yung nangyayari na, halimbawa, pag-hack sa BPI, and then now there are reports of a possible hacking of the ATM of the PDO. Ano yan? Meron ba kayong role to help in monitoring? Ano ba ang nangyayari dyan, at ano ba ang magiging Or is it internal on the part, is it just a glitch on the part of the system, computer system of that particular bank?
We do not have factual information with regards to that information you gave us. But what we do with regards to certain situations like that is we collaborate with ACG and other with regards to identifying possible sources, what happened, who did it. But in the ITMS, what we do is protect the cyberspace of the PNP. So protecting the critical infrastructure of the PNP, especially those which are deployed in the public space, which is cyberspace. So what we do there is protect it from being compromised. What we do also, aside from that, not only do we deter now, we will now try to identify them. Then once we have tried to identify who's doing it, we will neutralize them, of course, so we can stop them from doing it again.
Last question.
Can you just enumerate to us the tips that you can give to the public so as not to be for their websites or whatever passwords or security not to be compromised?
The technology give us so much of advantage. The objective of which is to give us an easy and fastest way to reach our family and loved ones, especially outside the country. This objective has been observed and has been experienced and achieved by all of us. And somehow we feel bad because there are still criminals who wanted to exploit this information that we put online. So to help them, to help you, to help us to be more safe online is for us to be vigilant. Let us know our limitations of posting information in the net, posting information in your social media accounts. Just be vigilant, post online with information that needs to be given to the public, not information like your address, telephone numbers. And if you go to Facebook, because Facebook has been around there and been a abused social media because of the experience that we are getting from, say, Facebook. So please, as much as possible, we really encourage you to at least change your password every 3 months. And the password should be alphanumeric character, so that it will be harder for the intruders or the hackers to get the information that you have, especially on bank accounts. If you can really trust the bank that you have, then maybe you need to be wary of the information that you will be leaving in the net, because as I mentioned a while ago, you will be leaving a digital footprint of yours, and this can be exploited, maybe not now, but in the future.
One question. I don't know if you can talk about this. Parang, diba yung social messaging app like Viber, Telegram, parang ano yan eh, parang widely used yan ngayon kasi libre, it's more cheaper. Walang hindi ka ma-charge sa text message. Pero is it safe yung mga Viber na yan? O pwede rin ma-hack? Kasi actually kahit delicate na kwentuhan, pwede doon or may risk ba doon? Kasi ang sinasabi nila, na-hack din daw yung Viber. And parang ang isa pang parang sinabi before ng isang cybersecurity analyst, yung Slack, another social media app, social messaging app, and the Signal, yun daw ang safer than Viber.
Yeah, basically there are different softwares available online, and if you think about it, it's more cheaper than our usual SMS messaging. The way we think about that is that we can still use this, and if we really wanted to use this, not through texting but call.
Why?
It's hard to hack that, and if so, then they need to record your conversation.
So, better na text.
Yes, because if it's text, it will just be there. But if in calling, even in your own cell phones, calling to the other cell phone, if it's okay to just use the call, not text.
Text, not text.
It would be advisable to use call instead of texting because it leaves a digital footprint. The call, of course, it will. Of course, the call, of course, it will also because of the number or the account that you've been using. But it's still more safer.
So pwede like we have a group, pwedeng mapasok ng yung group namin na nag-uusap doon, pwedeng mapasok ng hacker or masilip yan. Yung certain group na yun, Viber group na yun. Kasi lalo't nalaman na may mga usapan doon na pwede. Useful information.
So this is the answer to that. First, the first important thing that a hacker must do is first you should compromise your phone first. If your phone is compromised already, he can do anything. Whatever application you are using, he can enable your voice recording. He can enable take your picture without you knowing it. Listen to what you are saying. There are people who did that actually. No? He left his phone intentionally so that when the person gets hold of it, they will take the picture and he knows who stole the picture. So the first thing here is to secure first your phone. So do not use any mobile apps that are untrusted, meaning they came from untrusted sources. Use only legitimate apps. Remember, when you download your mobile apps, there are questions here confirming that you allow access to your contacts, allow access to your photo galleries, allow access to your camera, to your voice recordings. You should be wary regarding that. So you have to take note of that. If you allowed it, it's like you allowed the hacker to enter your phone. So I think that the first is just to secure your phone first, not allowing those hackers to be able to get hold or control your phone. After that, they can do anything.
Question.
Actually, sir, may isang time yan, no? It's from GMA 7, sir, during in CIDG. No, I mean he held, no? He went to CIDG during that time. And one complainant, he said he lost his phone. So it was lucky that upon inquiring to him, I said, did you enable your location? So, and this function, okay. So meaning, because he didn't know, sir, that the provider configured it for him. So I said, check your email. Once he turns on that, it will take a picture, an iPhone, and send the picture to his email and location. So luckily, during that time, when we opened the email, we saw the picture. And we identified through the map where it was taken. So using, let's say, the Google map, we were able to locate where it was taken. Then we went there. It's somewhere in Batasan, and afterwards, we wait. And we saw the person coming out, holding the phone, and we checked from the printout, it's him. And he's holding the phone, so we were able to get him.
Sir,
So, assuming that feature was enabled.
Sir, is it advisable ba na i-on mo lagi yung location? Kasi sa privacy naman, parang I don't want to be tracked. Kung nasa ano.
It's upon you. It rests upon you, sir. Ma'am, with regard to your privacy. But during that time, what I'm saying, it was fortunate. It was enabled, and we were able to track down and get the phone from that person.
Kasi yung picture mo, di ba? Once na nag-picture ka, malalaman yung location.
Exactly.
That's why pictures.
Sir, for example, yung mga videos na ina-upload mo niya rin na isunod hapon, na monitor din and pwede ma-track yung location na.
Provided that it was uploaded in a third party, let's say Facebook. So we have to get in touch first with Facebook. But I believe there is a location there where it was uploaded. So we have to coordinate with Facebook. Whatever video application they use po.
DIC.
We may determine.
DIC.
Okay po?